Hey everyone, thanks for joining. As you can see, Jim is not with us today. He is away, but we do have a guest. We have Mr. Good Stuff with us.
Hello, hello.
I probably could have done it on my own, but I always get a little overstressed and I told Good Stuff it'd be good to have him here for those 5 minutes of when I go mute, someone can actually tell me I've been muted.
Right, you've been muted for a while now. So.
Yeah. Hold on 5 minutes. All right, so we're gonna start out, and we are going to say hi to those in the chat. So George is first, and he's like, I believe I am the first one. So hey, George, thanks for joining. We have
Welcome.
ACC, American Comics Company, Nicholas Gear. I actually said your last name right this time. Mark it on the calendar. Good Stuff is here, and in the chat we have Shadowhawk Talks. I was gonna say Backs, but he changes it. So Shadowhawk Talks is here. Thanks for joining. We have Mrs. Good Stuff. And everybody saying hi. Hi. Oh, hail the Mo. Astro Zombie is here. I was thinking I was a little late, George, but I wanted to grab a drink and all that. And I was like, I had a minute left. I'm like, I don't have something to drink. All right. We have 80s Made Consumer. Thanks for joining. I figured somebody would say that. Of course, it takes your wife to say that.
Of course it does. Much better looking, I might add.
All right, and we have Pastmaster. Pasta, thanks for joining. All right, so Good Stuff. You said you were willing to share your screens, correct?
Yes. I am
All
ready to
right.
go.
So if we could pull up the Creator Go, and that way we
Mm-hmm.
can kind of look at what we're looking at.
Yep. I'm ready here.
And, yep. Okay.
Here we go.
So scroll all the way down.
Yes.
All right. So we're looking at ones that haven't funded. Oh, you're gonna have to. There's a secondary scroll
Oh,
right
there
there.
it
You go.
is. Okay.
Yep.
Now
Okay.
we got it.
So we're looking for ones that haven't funded, and the first one I'm seeing is that Vigilant Fury, but we've already went over that one. So those of you that haven't seen Vigilant Fury, I would recommend checking it out at some point. It is only 49% of funding, and I think it only has 12 days left. The next one that I am seeing is the Micah Curtis 3 Nights, 4 Days, Part 2. Now, there was also, I see Fractured Echo just above that hasn't funded, but we've also gone over that one. So in looking at possibilities for campaigns, there is the Micah Curtis one that hasn't funded yet. There is a new campaign that just released this week, but it had like a really low funding goal. So it did make funding, but it's the Do You See What I See that we can go over. And then there's another one, which I don't see it on Creator Go yet, but it's Ante, which is steampunk steam junk
Yeah, Steve Junk
western.
Western.
The Epicidio. Hey Dave, thanks for joining us. So I don't know if those that are in the chat would like to suggest what they would like to look at, maybe even if there's something else that I'm not aware of, but I think between the three we could probably cover two, maybe the third one depending upon the time we have, but I think we'll try to keep it close to an hour and a half. So any suggestions? All right, so George has suggested this one. Do you see what I see one first?
All
And
right.
then Mo says, if you're trying to replace Jim, you have to work on your Jim voice. Don't worry, though. For full Jim accuracy, you'll only need to say 3 or 4 sentences to take you through the whole stream.
I'll
In
work on
Jim's
that.
defense, I talk a lot, though. I feel the pressure.
I'll do what I can, though, to try to say as little as possible.
All right.
So are you wanting to do the...
That's the only suggestion that I'm seeing right now, and that's going to be a no there, Mo.
Right.
Hey, Justin, thanks for joining. All right, let's pull up the As You See It one, or what is it?
Do you see what I see?
Do you see what I see? Yes.
Yes.
All right. So this one has 24 days left. It has Nick Brewster as the person running the campaign. I'm not 100% sure what he does. Maybe we'll figure that out. Like, I'm not sure if he's the writer, the artist, or whatnot.
He's a writer.
He is the writer?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've heard of this one, or at least
Well,
Nick.
I peeked at it earlier today.
Oh, okay. All right. So I have seen Nick in Bancroft's chat. I haven't seen him in it for very long, but I've also been I haven't been catching a lot of Bancroft streams live. I've been on the replays, or Bancroft really hasn't been doing the Comic Skate live. He's been focusing more on his premieres and stuff. So I can't quite pinpoint how long I've seen Nick, but I have seen him around.
I've not seen him around too often. Have seen him, but not often enough to really remember a conversation or anything.
Okay. Is it in Bancroft's chat or streams, or what? Where have you been seeing him?
I want to say it's more than that, but I couldn't pinpoint and tell you exactly which stream it was in, but I do remember seeing the name out there.
Mo points out he's read the preview on that new webtoon site Bancroft was promoting that one time. I think Bancroft did cover this one in one of his shorts or something like that not too long ago. All right, so this has the funding goal of $346 US. He has raised $2,315, so he has made the goal. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have want to add, like, you guys in the chat, where and if you've seen him, if you know a lot about him, if you've been around a while, because maybe it's just something I'm not familiar with. Now it does say, and George points out, a satirical slasher whodunit, a massive 176-page full-color graphic novel.
So, yeah. That's a lot. There's a lot of pages.
That is a lot of pages. Trying to think of like what might be the thickest book I've backed thus far. Monster MD maybe. Black Tiger might be, and actually I have that one right here. If you give me a second, I could try to figure out how many pages that has, but it's probably not numbered. Oh, they are numbered. All right, so Black Tiger has covers at the very back of the book. Hang on. Trying to find the actual pages. 168, and then there's a few pages that have like looks like the variant covers. So 168, that's a thick book. Now if we're looking at like 176, it's similar, but that's a good 3/4 of an inch thick, maybe.
I would think so. Yeah,
just over half. So that's big. Yep.
Yeah. It's a girthy book.
Right. Well, they are pointing out that Death is 300 pages, which is correct, but we don't have that yet. But I'm just, trying to visualize like what I have. That's what I said.
What it would look, yeah.
It jumped on me. I was gonna grab a thing. We have Oliver
in
the chat. All right. So.
Yeah, Mo says this is one thick COC. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are all in the know. George probably is not. There was a suggestion, I think Neff started it in Bancroft's chat, and they called it, actually I think Bancroft said it, Neff shortened it to COC, but it's a creator-owned comic, so they've shortened it to COC, and they've gone wild with using that acronym. So beware, George.
Yes. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, the other description. So if you want to scroll down, we'll figure out a little bit of what this is about. Augmented Liberty, I'm assuming that's the publishing. So Do You See What I See is the debut graphic novel from Augmented Liberty, a new publishing company based in Australia. It's already 100% complete, which is nice, clocking in at a massive 176 beautifully illustrated and colored pages. Its book's available as a hardcover, paperback, and digital edition. So he's going multiple ways of
Yep.
doing it.
And you can unlock free worldwide shipping.
Oh, when I looked at this campaign briefly, I don't remember when it was. Maybe a couple days ago when I was pulling up for the chat. So it would have been yesterday when I was pulling up for the chat. I did not understand what DYSWIS stood for. I'm like, what the heck is that? It just dawned on me what it was.
This
Which, for
was
those of you that may not have figured that out, yeah. Do you see what I see?
Yep.
All
This
right.
was
So it's offering the digital. Well, it's actually offering the ultimate bundle at $97 US. That's the featured tier. So it looks like it might be all versions of the above. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hardcover, the paperback, and the digital.
Yeah. And because it's completed, you see that open delivery date? That's pretty cool.
Estimated shipping November 2022.
Yeah, we're talking what, 3 months from now? They're thinking they're going to
Mhm.
be shipping that out. That's pretty
not
cool.
bad.
Nope, not bad at all. Although I wonder how he breaks it down for prices anyways. Okay. So there you have the digital it's talking about, then you have the paperback cover. Looks kind of steampunkish with that mask.
Yep.
All right, so it says the story. Young Australian woman Liz Walker is on a full scholarship to study medicine at an elite college in the USA. A dream come true, or is it? With tensions rising on a campus beset by political protests, a mass psychopath slashes through the student body. Struggling to make sense of the chaos all around her, there is one thing Liz knows for sure. She is not going to play victim in this nightmare. That sounds interesting enough to me.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
kind
like
of campy.
I like
But
this here. This is neat looking.
oh yeah, that's the wraparound hardcover.
Yep.
That is cool with her reflection in the eyes.
Yeah. And it's
Right,
got
so the art looks good. Oh wait.
what I see down here in the
Oh,
blood.
it's almost kind of I like that concept. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And it will be half of it, so the title will be a little bit
Right.
bigger actually on the
So I'm
thing.
guessing it'll be split right down the middle here.
Yeah. All right, let's scroll down a little more. The prologue pages. So we got interior art. Did it just say pages 1 through 17? He's showing us 17 pages. I guess so. You got a 176 page book.
Yeah, so you can show quite a few.
Yep.
You're not giving away too much.
Art's not bad. Although I'm looking at the fact that somebody doesn't like to draw backgrounds.
Right. Yeah, it's mainly all colors with different doodads and whatnot going on.
Little effects or whatever in it. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes I'm in awe at those books that can put a lot of detail in a background.
Right, yeah.
But dang, I'm not seeing any backgrounds except for the starting shot, which shows like the building.
Maybe that's one of the drawbacks from 176 pages.
We gotta get it done. Leave out the backgrounds. I see you guys creating those acronyms. Silly guys. We'll pull out this one. Past mass says comets reaching around the planet.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fun.
Oh wait, hang on. Go back up to where it says bar. What is that as part of the background? Like you see the sign, but I can't quite make out. Just a post? There's a pumpkin in the middle of it.
Right, it looks like it's like beams up top going around, and a beam going down the middle. It looks like he's making drinks. I guess it's the bar area, and it's kind of enclosed.
Okay. Hey, GP, thanks for joining. Oh, there's background. That's because we're now outside.
Right.
So there's the establishing shot, right? It looks like it's an outside the building. You
Right.
got
Yeah.
steps.
And there's another background shot establishing they're looking in.
She's been taken.
Yes.
By Prince.
I have noticed some celebrity lookalikes, so to speak.
Oh, really? It does look like,
Oh, it's a
the curly
Halloween party,
cam of
so
your
that's
Prince there.
what it is. It's a
Oh, is
costume
it?
party.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, the pumpkin. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, so that is Prince, and that was Vanilla Ice that I was seeing.
Oh, I missed the Vanilla
Okay.
Ice.
Oh, you missed the Vanilla Ice?
I missed the
How
Vanilla
did you miss
Ice.
Vanilla Ice? He was wait there. Ah, there we go. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there he is.
Ice. That must be MC Hammer with the
Yep,
shirt open, although
yep,
you can't quite see his hammer pants. Oh, there it is, the
yep.
black.
Yeah, a little bit there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting.
Uh huh. Okay. Yeah. I got it. It all makes sense now.
Is the whole preview on the campaign page? Check out the webtoon site for nothing. I don't know. It says it's pages 1 through 17, so I don't know if that's like the whole preview thing or not.
Do that webtoon page for nothing.
Shadowhawks is asking what we're looking at. This is Do You See What I See by Nick Brewster. Yeah, it's showing a lot, which is kind of nice. You kind of see what you're getting into.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
But I
giving
don't
you a
know. This
really
is
good
like,
idea.
are you sick of scrolling yet?
I think we're getting close. Maybe. I don't
Seeing a
know.
lot.
Well, if I'm thinking correctly, it gives the
There's the
creative
hammer
team.
pants
Yep, there they are. You can't touch this. Look, he's even doing
in
the
all its
dance.
glory.
My music. It's so hard. Makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you. And then there's miscellaneous pages.
Oh, because the intro is not enough. You're going to give us random ones too that are not with words.
Nope. It's just miscellaneous.
Yeah. There's a pool scene.
Yeah.
That looks kind of creepy though, that last panel.
Right here.
I like the creepiness of it.
I know. Looks like we're doing a play. Okay, here's the creative team.
All right, so the writer is Nick Brewster. And then the art. There's a lot of information on Ji So Kim. And Eric Weathers is lettering this book.
Yep, colors by Matt James, also from Australia. Is that Jisoo Kim from childhood? Ji has had a pen in her hand and always looked to place her mark on any surface. For years, she has chosen her artworks to be her voice, to tell her stories she has seen, and to also be the worldly communication that brings the viewer to that moment. Easy for me to say.
You actually did pretty good compared to your other shows.
Well, I'm really trying here to be good because I'm on your channel. I don't want to mess it up for you.
I wonder if they wrote their own little blurbs. And then, well, maybe not, because the writer you think would write more. But, all right.
He even said up there, it's who suffers from instant writer's block when writing about himself.
There you go. That's why it's so short. So I bet they did write about themselves. Mr. Von Stugel says his eyes are tired of the colors. I actually didn't mind the colors. What did you think of the colors?
Oh, the minute, and I think like this here, I think it fits with the what they're going for, the mood.
Yeah.
Maybe he's more talking about the party up here, I guess, where it's kind of where the backgrounds are a lot of different colors going all over the place.
Yeah, I guess that could be, because when you get to the miscellaneous, you do see like where they're doing the autopsy and all that. There's definitely a lot more backgrounds.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And the colors are a lot different once you get out of that party type scene. It seems to each match the mood. So I guess I can see what he's talking about with the different colors and the backgrounds up there from the first 17 pages.
Yeah. And I wouldn't call it miscellaneous. I don't know. I'm kind of liking it. But this would definitely be one that, I don't know much about it, so the price point would, and I don't know much about the writer, so the price
Right.
point would be where it would sway me.
Well, here you are for the. Let's see. This is the digital. The digital is 19 USD.
I would not spend $19 on just a digital book. Would you?
No, no, but I wouldn't do digital in general.
Okay.
I definitely prefer to have the actual physical copy in front of me. And $35 for the paperback, and then you get the free digital with it.
So if you take out the $19, that's what, 20, no, $16 for a hardcover? Right?
Well, for paperback, not the hardcover.
Well, yeah, sorry. That is what I meant, not what I said.
The hardcover is 59 USD.
It's a little bit of a stretch for me too. I do like that hardcover page, the
Yeah,
artwork of the hardcover. I do like that, but I think
yeah,
$60 for a hardcover is a bit of a stretch for something that's not so established in my mind.
right. So you get 5 paperbacks for 230 or 159 USD. 5 hardcovers for 276. I'm not seeing any art tiers or anything like that.
He's keeping it basic, which is probably good,
Yeah.
especially if he's shipping from Australia. Although shipping out of Australia is much better than shipping into, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's shipping out of
All
Australia.
right, so if I just wanted to get a paperback, you can't just get a paperback. You have to get the paperback
Well,
and
it's
the digital.
yeah, it's they're throwing in the free digital.
Oh, they're
So
saying the digital is free,
yeah.
but you're spending
Oops.
$35 on the book. What's shipping to the US?
Oh shit. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, Biggs points out on the plus side, the book is done. If he's saying you get the digital the same day you back, I haven't. That'd be cool if you did get it the same day you backed when you were a digital backer.
Mine.
Got jokesters in the house.
Of course.
You ideally want a hard COC, not digital. Not a fan of the digital cock. I don't know, isn't that porn? Sorry, we won't go there, George, but I'm just saying.
All right. I'm trying to figure out the shipping here.
Okay. Wonder if it's $10 or more. I'm sure he appreciates it, Mo. I only made one COC reference because I forgot George was here.
Only one. Okay, it's doesn't appear to be working. Weird.
I saw your earlier question, Shadow. I'm not sure if I answered it at the time, but we are looking at the campaign for do you see what I see? I have to think of what it is because I'm like, I see you or something, but no, it's not that. See, the title's too long for me to remember. I don't know if anybody else remembers it, or maybe that's why you guys are suffering from, hey, what are we looking at? Or we're looking at, we will be looking at again in just a second. But this one actually is funded. It had a low goal, so it did meet its funding goal already. The goal was $346, I think it was, or $347. So, but it just launched really recently, and it's one that people haven't really seen around, so we're kind of highlighting it. figure how much yet there? Good
Oh,
stuff.
not at all. Oh,
No?
yeah, maybe this will work.
Don't go accidentally buying it.
Okay, $21 for the United States.
Ouch. $21. I suppose it is that. Shipping is horrendous, but paying $35, granted it's a hefty book, add
Mm-hmm.
$21 to it. It's what, 56?
Now let's see what the hardcover if there's a difference.
Hey, Sumo. And it's 7th floor forever, Sumo. 7th floor.
Where is it at?
Mr. Von
Ooh,
Stugel saying digital the same day you back is pretty dumb. People could just refund after and get it for free. Oh, I never really thought about that, but I guess you could.
$28 for shipping on the hard copy.
So additional $7. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Big says if the title is too long, just call it DYSWIS, DWIZ. I'm just going to say DWIZ or DisWiz.
Dizwiz. I like that better. Dizwiz.
Hey, Hojo, welcome back. So Miss Good Stuff, in all seriousness, it has some interesting elements. I mean, come on, Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, Raves, and Autopsies. I'm with you on that. Although the price is, I don't know. The price
Oh,
is one that, like, I would want to see it from someone that's a little bit more well established, I guess. And I guess
right.
it doesn't make sense because the cost of the book is the cost of the book. That's what it costs to make it. But what do you think? Good stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I think the cost is just a little bit too much for unknowns, and
Just
then you
kind of
add
makes you
in
pause.
that extra shipping cost. Is this something that might have been better going with somebody who can distribute them, like what you see from people sending them in the U.S. over to like hockey in Australia, and
Yeah.
he distributes them to the people in Australia, and I believe there's people over here in the states that do that for them too as well. I think
Yeah,
there's
but I don't think most of the shipping issues aren't from like Australia out, but
okay,
it is a bit, but it's probably because it's the hefty book. You know what I
right?
mean? Like it's not gonna be cheap to do that out. Hello, Phil with two L's. Thanks for joining us. And Shadow, if you haven't left yet, we are going to move on as soon as we double check with those in the chat as to whether or not they have anything else that they want to look at with that. The tiers are pretty straightforward. There was nothing
Mm-hmm.
extra. It was just the books. Did we actually scroll to the bottom? Was there any
Mm-hmm.
stretch goals? I don't think there was
Oh,
any stretch goals. I think it ended with the
yeah, it was the team
writers,
was the
right?
end. Yeah,
Yeah. So we no stretch goals listed. Um, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They could be waiting to see what's coming out and how they're funding or whatnot before they post that.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh, Nicholas Gear did point out something that launched, and I forgot about that one on the chat last night. But yeah, Mighty Mascots from Alterna launched this week, and that's not funded. So that is another one we could look at. So we'll pull up another one, and we'll let the chat decide. We can do Mighty Mascots. There was Ante, the Steam Junk Western, or sorry, I lost my
What
train of
was
thought.
it?
I got a notification. Or the Micah Curtis 3 Nights,
Three
4
nights. Yeah.
Days. So anybody want to put their thought for the next one? We'll
While
share
they're
back to
doing that,
Christopher.
I would like to point out that Belmont Press is getting ready to fulfill with Smokes the Fox and Weaponized Werewolf, and he is only a few backers away from hitting $8,000 total.
Nice.
So
I
anybody
did
out
back
there
that
that
one.
hasn't backed that yet, go check that out. Smokes the Fox. It's good stuff.
So he has all the books in hand. I knew he was waiting for them.
I
Or
think
he had one, and then
I think he's still waiting on Weaponized Werewolf, but the fulfillment is going to start very soon, like within the next week or so, I believe he said.
okay. So Justin's gonna be busy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mighty Mascots brings to mind another mascot, a little green dude with a bad attitude. Jolly Green Giant, right?
Green giant.
All
Roach
right, so I don't
balls.
know. Roach balls and oh yeah, Mrs. Good Stuff is pointing out that roach balls and Dwarfs versus Lion are close to shipping too. That is right. I think Dwarfs versus Lions is still waiting on their books, but I think they are en route. And
Mhm.
then I know Rich Ayala posted that he has the book, so I imagine he'll be sticking them in the mail very soon, and people will be getting them even sooner.
Yeah, he was on the high stream with Justin and myself the other night, and he was bagging them, boarding, and signing while he was on there. So he
Cool.
is in that process.
All right, good stuff. So since they don't have a preference or haven't set a preference, maybe maybe we lost all the people that cared. Um, what do you think you would like to look at?
I kind of want to look at this
The ante?
Ante. Is it Ante Steam Junk Western? And
I don't know.
there's actually I looked at this campaign earlier today, and it looks really neat. I really like the art style, but there is something about this campaign page that really stands out to me, unless I'm just completely missing it. And I want to see if other people pick up on what I'm talking about. Unless I am just missing it, then they can point it out to me like you're a friggin' moron. It's right there. So, has anybody heard of this one? Have you, Amanda? Have you heard of this one yet? Oh, you're
No,
muted.
I the only thing sorry, I've muted myself because my daughter took her comforter off her bed and she's shaking it out in the living room after I already vacuumed. So all the whatever was on her bed is now on my living room floor that I'll have to vacuum again. Kids. Anyways, so no, the first time I heard of this was just recently too. Like this week. And it's from Anti Comics Anti. Maybe it's I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. So and
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with that either.
Me either. And it's not in the trailer there. I was hoping it was going to be in the trailer, and it
Yeah.
wasn't said in the trailer. So.
So yeah, and this is another long title, and it's kind of confusing because theme junk western. Like,
Hmm. Well, they do go into explanations of all of that on the
okay,
campaign page here, and I do like the art style. I think the art style and the coloring is really, really, really neato.
what's that Will Smith movie that's kind of like a western and a
Oh yeah,
steampunk thing?
had Selma Hayek.
Yep.
Oh, and a dude, I can't think of his name. I
But
know
like
what
that's
movie.
kind of what I think of like when steampunk western.
Right,
But I didn't mind the movie, but it just seems like a weird mix.
right.
All right, so a western response to the east from the west. Wait, what?
Yep.
A
A Western
western
response.
response to the east from the west.
Yes.
I'm wondering if it goes into details more because now I'm just confused. And I'm assuming this is what is no one going to read the tagline? I can tell he worked really hard on it. Oh, and of course, here's the Wild Wild West. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of a give me, huh?
What,
In
what's
ACC, it's ante, like ante up in poker.
All right. So let's get down to let's pass this up real quick so we can get to some of the explanation. There we go. The
So wait, there was a
Union.
lot of scrolling before you go to the story, huh?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of art pages which I would like to get into because I do think the art style is neat. But yeah. So here's. Did you want to read it? Or do you want me to?
Well, I can if you
Yeah, you
would
can go
prefer.
right ahead.
All right. The Union is in the midst of a civil war. Its view of the future of humanity is not shared with the rest of the land. Strict laws are enforced to maintain scarce resources, and titles are earned instead of common names being given. The first of the first is the daughter of an army hero about to drop her title to become a cadet. Her life changes drastically when her father falls from grace by the hand of the general's kin, the son of the Union. Okay. Unlikely allies and familiar foes are hiding at every turn. Who can she trust? Find out in Ante, Steam Junk Western. I don't get Is there multiple stories in here? Is that why
I
he's
think
putting
there's
them in
going
quotes?
to be. I think it's Ante is like I'm thinking it's kind of like a anthology type thing, but it's not all in one book. I think they're all in separate books. But here you
Okay.
go. Here you go.
So it says Steam Junk Western would be fun series full of jokes, puns, and references. I I don't get the joking part yet, guy. I'm sorry. All right, but Worth won't shy away from harsh consequences, allowing emotional moments to resonate when needed. The tone will be dynamic, showing off a range of relatable situations for our characters to react to. Some will change over story arcs, others will remain static, but even then they will be contrasted by differing groups and opinions for unique engagements. The run is currently planned for 20 books, steadily growing over an estimated 1,000 pages towards the finale where this series ends and the next one begins.
And here's where it goes into
All
the.
right, hang on before we go there. So Mo says, please read the line in the top right corner under the title. So right above who it is. Hang on, you don't have to go. I'll go back. No, wait, I'm on the wrong one.
Here you go.
Oh, oh, hang on. I was scrolling through things. All right, so a warm welcome to the wildest west one weary wanderer would wander. Do
That's
you
okay.
think
Yeah,
she's doing all this to be funny?
I think so.
Is it just me? I'm missing it. I am so missing it.
I think that's exactly what's going on.
Okay. Because I'm like reading the description and I'm lost. I don't think it's funny. I'm like trying to make sense of it and it doesn't even make sense.
Right.
All right.
So
So let's see. What? Oh, the anti equation equals punk technology and genre fiction tropes with some historical and popular references delivered in a new way. Is everybody going to recognize the historical and popular references though? Because I'm if there's been any so far, I'm missing them. All right. So what does the anti-equation mean for this series? Well, if you look at the title, Steam Junk sounds an awful lot like steampunk, not to be confused with junk punk. I've never heard junk punk. All
me
right.
either.
However, if you add Western to the mix, well, now that's cattle punk. All right, I'm laughing at the ridiculousness of it. All right, so is there a difference between solar punk, green punk, and eco punk? All of which I've not heard before.
Nope.
Probably not, but you can see how confusing these subgenres can get. Yeah, I'm definitely confused. The
Hmm.
goal of Ante is to create a comprehensive story in a realistic setting that integrates pieces from these neighboring technologies in a good time. All right, so Mobig's jokes, puns, and references. It's like Family Guy, but more confusing.
More confusing.
And Noah's here. Welcome, Noah. This campaign is really something. It is. The art is interesting. Does it
I
say what how it's done? Because it doesn't look like it's just standard
it
drawing
does.
and
Yeah, it does
coloring.
not look like it's standard by any means. Um.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like if somebody did what do you want to call it? Like they chiseled out like wood or a stamp or something,
Hmm.
and then they did like the negative art. So you like stamp it and then you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it,
Right.
but it's weird. It looks like it's chiseled.
Okay. Now this. All artwork is done traditionally. This perk is for the original colors on physical paper. The pencil and ink is copied. Also includes the main cover and campaign bag. Okay, so no, it doesn't specify exactly what they used. It just says it was done traditionally.
I would be so Mo Biggs points out, who do you think is funnier, this guy or George Peter Gatsis? I would be interested to see what this guy is like in person. Like, how is he
Hmm.
on a stream?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I am interested in that. So it's a Zorro mantle with Deadpool comedy in Wild Wild West, but rock instead of pop. What? All
So
right.
I'm
Taskmaster
guessing
says all he hears is
the creator,
bastardization.
Guessing the creator came up with these quotes because it doesn't give who said it, so I'm assuming it's the creator.
Mad Max with unique factions like Game of Thrones. So now he's just going into a bunch of like modern references to try to describe his book, I
Right.
guess. In the past, subverting assumptions with fun service. Isn't it funny how history repeats itself? All right, how much does a book cost? A single book, and it looks like he might have books and variations, and that's it.
25.
Dollars. Have we figured out a page count?
Oh, what was it? I think it said at the beginning 50 something, I believe. 52 pages. So we're at
25.
$25.
Hmm.
And the variant cover is also 25. The black and white line art, 25. Original interior colors for 300. Let's see how much.
If you just type in US right there, you should be able to figure out the shipping. And don't forget to subtract the $4 Indiegogo tip. I hate how Indiegogo does that now. Just automatically it gives you a...
$10.
Alright, shipping's not bad. I like the $10 shipping. The past master said sorta, almost but not quite, but clearly ambivalent.
Okay, so one thing that I didn't see, and correct me if I'm wrong, and this is the one thing that I was wanting if anybody could help me out here, the creator team.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Mo. You want to read that one?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Did good stuff drop acid and make a comic and forget about it? But yeah, this I'm not. Did you notice a creator team at all going through this?
I did not.
Isn't that normal on a campaign page?
I know a lot of people do, but some people suggest not, you know.
Huh. I don't
If
know. I
they're
like to.
unknown and it's a team, then maybe they don't break it down. Like I don't see any fault with them not having it. But I think their attempts to be funny is missing the mark far. At least for me.
Right.
Like I think he's trying to be smart about it, but it needs to be more general public friendly. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody's gonna get the quips that he thinks are hilarious. Jason is here from Unhinged.
And
Thanks
like
for
he
joining.
said, I like to know who the artists are so you can look them up and see their other works.
That's true. Yeah. Mo
I
thinks
mean,
it's a
myself, I
one-man
prefer
show.
to see it.
Yeah. Normally this art wouldn't speak to me, but I kind of like it because it's different. Like, I think the art is the best thing about this campaign.
Yeah, the art is definitely interesting. It definitely draws my eyes to it.
Like the contrasting colors or complementary colors, I guess. But I don't know. Again, we're talking about $35 for, granted, $35 with $10, including the $10 shipping.
Right.
That's a bit high of a price for me to want to pay for something people I don't know anything about, haven't seen. But, maybe if they get out there and people find them interesting.
It is neat looking. But
Shadow says, I woke up snarky this morning, but still hard pass. You need to go back to bed and get up on the other side of the bed there, Shadow.
Does the whole book rhyme? It might, Astro Zombie. Good stuff.
Yeah, almost over explaining with funny thrown in just gets confusing. I agree.
Yeah.
Mo begs from there to be a team. There would be an opportunity for them to say these jokes aren't working. Yeah, that's probably true. ACC
Yeah.
points out some pending on who is on it request anonymity and being anonymous.
Easy
Don't
for you
know
to
if that's
say.
the art itself. I know what he's trying to say. I just
Anonymous.
anonymity.
Anonymous.
uh, oh wait, is this true? Does good stuff like this because the protagonist looks like him? I didn't make
I don't
that.
know.
I didn't make that connection.
Well, it's the white beard, I think, is what he's
Oh, okay.
talking about there.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if we got more to cover. Anybody else have any last words on this? And man, we're flying through these. It's about 4:15. We can probably definitely hit one more.
Alrighty.
Give it a moment to see if anybody else has anything else to say.
Any last words?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Do the tiers
Oh,
have funny
I don't
descriptions?
know. I think it's just straightforward for the tiers.
Yeah, it appears it's just straightforward.
Variant cover the book in color along with campaign backer awards, although it doesn't go into what the backer awards are.
Nope. And I didn't see them listed down there either.
Could be another situation where they're waiting to see how things trend and then
Right.
do it accordingly.
But no funny thingies.
Looks like a grandpa. It's a parody of narrative disguised as a fantasy. All right, so let's move on then. So we have 3 nights, 4 days, and the alternate one, Mighty Mascots. Any one or the other? The chaotic part is the boomerisms there, Phil. Actually, I was thinking earlier today, while people decide which other ones they want. So we got Mighty Mascots, or we could do the Micah Curtis's 3 nights, 4 days. But I was thinking, I'm glad that like this show does not have any prep whatsoever. Like I know I had a couple people ask me in chats earlier, like, "Oh, what campaigns are you gonna do?" And even Good Stuff asked campaigns we want to do. I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm like, we'll pull them up. Maybe this one, maybe that one. Who knows? You know, we decide beforehand. There is very minimal planning. We talk about what we see in front of us, and then after this is all done, the only thing I do is I add the links for the campaigns we watch. So this is pretty easy go lucky.
Yeah.
Show, which I like. Mo has no preference. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright, we can do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
All right. So which is Eenie and which is Meanie?
Alright, so I have to do it like looking at it. So if you do like the Micah Curtis starts with eeny and then go down below for the meanie, and then if you hit down below, it's the other one because Alterna one's not on there yet. I don't think.
Yes, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
All right, so all right. You gonna do the eeny meenies?
Nope, you do it because you're running the mouse or however you want to do it. Pressure's on you there, Good Stuff.
It's very best one, and you are it. There we go. All right.
So it's the Mighty Mascots.
Yep. So I'm gonna go here and search.
Yeah.
It's
That was so high tech, guys, right? So Mo was like, "This is taking too long," but then he also said, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mascots," and then Shadow says it's Micah. Well, sorry, this got complicated. It's the 789. Now, am I so far out of it that Mighty I'm familiar with Mighty Mascots being a property of Alterna and vaguely what it's about. But we're funding issues 7, 8, 9. So have they done Indiegogo campaign for 1 through 6? Because I'm not seeing it. You left out the My Mother Told Me?
Oh.
Redo it, good stuff. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So it
Let's
is
see.
not funded yet. Go ahead and it's the first one, the 7, 8, and 9.
Right, I was just looking to see if
Oh,
they had 1 through 6. Not seeing anything. All right.
back. And then 7, 8, and 9. I'm wondering also because Alterna is known for its newsprint style
Mhm.
comics. So you're probably looking at what, 32 on average page book. So I'm wondering if these are, 32 pages for each issue.
Mm.
So it says our favorite super team of serial mascots returns for 3 new issues. Now I don't see if you see something that is like 7, 8, and 9. Granted that's probably the issues that it's doing, but the first thing I think of when I see that is I'm like, I can't back it
Right.
because I need 1 through 6. And I'm not sure how to get 1 through 6. Maybe it'll tell me.
Maybe it will.
All right, so the Mighty Mascots are back. Born from a freak 3D printing accident, the Mighty Mascots fight to protect the world from the evil Alchem group that is bent on taking over the world with their army of twisted brand mascots and characters. The series was inspired by my love of Saturday morning cartoons and my passion for Silver Age comic books. Joining me again on my crusade to bring the mascots to life is the incredible art team of Ian Wariento, penciler and inkler, and Anton Bandy, colorist. Both of them have helped to give the series its signature look. So the mascots consists of, there's a breakdown of who they are. Captain Horatio Honeyflakes. That one's funny.
Bear.
Rat.
Mondo Martian. Brewster McPunch. Professor Manny Coleman. Sea Rat. Whack. Is that whack or just whack?
Looks like
Whack.
whack. Whack
Whack.
and smack.
And boom. Whack, smack, and boom.
So let's see. Oh, Shadowhawk says that Mighty Mascots is a fun book. Keith and Amy are great people as well. I haven't read any of the Mighty Mascots. Oh, James has joined us. Thank you. Welcome here. And Astro Zombie asks, are these not going to be included in future Alterna season sales? I don't know. That'd be kind of, I don't know. I'm confused because you would think that they would be part of Alterna, but now it almost seems like they're fundraising separate from Alterna. I don't know if it would be like a separate graphic novel that they should be fundraising, or if it should be a trade paperback or something. Like, yes, I am thoroughly confused by just having 3 issues through Indiegogo, but that could just be me. I'm probably missing something.
Well, I think they normally crowdfund first, right? And then it goes on the website. Isn't that how it goes?
Well, the Alterna has their crowdfunding where they'll crowdfund, I believe, the next set of things, because of course they have like several titles that they keep current or whatever. So they basically crowdfund those and then release it, and then anything after that they'll put on their website for sale. So yeah, I am a little confused as how this one's being done. Let's see. Jason thinks that you can get 1 through 6 on Alterna's site. Is it definitely the true 1 through 6, like it's part of the ongoing series? And Mo says the same thing. That's true. This is a good point. So yes, you can catch up and it won't cost a bundle. That is true, because if you usually the single issues through Pete Smetty is like $1.99, and that's for like the better copy. You can get reader
Yeah.
copies for like $1 if they're available. Although I think he changed the price to like $1.98 to try to be a little cheaper than Mitch Miller, Mark Millar, who was being tutored recently for being very ingenuitive with $1.99 comics, and it was like a vampire series or something like that. And it was
Hmm.
almost like he's the first one to do it, but Alterna's been doing it for a long time.
Right. Yeah, they have. Yes, they have. Yeah, I heard of Alterna before I heard of CG.
Oh, really?
Mm.
That's cool. Where did you hear from Alterna or about Alterna?
On the interwebs. Yeah,
Just
they're
poking
looking
around,
into
huh?
doing a comic book and looking for a company to work with, and found them.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Pete Sametti is the. I've never been um, turned away so nice. Like, because it was really bad, the comic book. It was really bad. And he was super nice how he was like, yeah, this is bullshit. We don't want it. And that's not how he put it. He was just super cool about it.
Right.
And he was the only one that actually got back to us and said, no, thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so Mo points out here, I doubt it's all one big ongoing story. He thinks they're one shots, so if you miss some, no biggie. All right. Agent Zero Comics has joined us. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, here's issue 7 cover art. And Mo would like to point out that it looks like a furry book.
Yeah. Oh, we have Robert. Oh, hang on before I go down. Agent Zero Comics asked about what y'all think about Substack. I actually don't know anything about Substack, so I don't know if the people in the chat are answering you. Do you know anything about Substack?
Mm-mm.
All right, so Robert Frank, I think I'll turn a crowdfund the lower selling titles as a bundle, but books with a following are separate. Okay, that's true, or that could sounds right because Blood Realm just finished up their own Indiegogo campaign the very end of last year.
Right. Here is number 8.
You see that one there? Good stuff.
Yeah, the anti pitch.
It's your property.
Trampled under a gog.
Oh, this is
There's,
a good point out right here. So it says the $40 USD series catch-up bundle has all issues of the series, and $40 to get the 9 covers. That's the 9 titles. That's pretty cool.
Here it is.
Yep. So there you go. You don't have to go to Alterna. You can do it all right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
There it is. And it gets the mini prints and everything. Mighty Mascots 100-page giant. Oh, that's cool. And it's only $40. Oh yeah.
The giant, the 100-page giant, is still newspaper quality. So these,
Mm-hmm.
help
Yeah.
save some money, but that isn't a bad price for. And I'm guessing the shipping's probably pretty good on it too, because I know Alterna does. Their shipping is like one of the things that can't be beat. I know I ordered a book and I think I got it 4 days later. It was really quick. But
$5.
again, I am the next state over, so.
Yeah, it's only $5 for that
Wow,
bundle.
$5 for the 11 comics.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wonder if they're losing money on that one because they get shipped into Gemini, or at least
Uh-huh.
Alterna ships into Gemini. I am assuming the Mighty Mascots will be too.
Right.
So yeah, that's a good price. And I
Issue.
know
Oh, go ahead.
Amy and was it Keith Gleason and Amy Gleason, husband and wife duo. Um, they did a sketch card for me at one point, so they're definitely nice and friendly. The only time, I would say the only time I ever see Keith, you see Keith on screen more than Amy, and I was gonna say the only time I ever see them is on the alternate channel or Pete Sametti's channel, but that is not true because they are actually good friends with Don Chin, so you might actually see them on Don Chin's channel as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know that I've seen them much beyond those two channels, though.
So this is the issue 9 cover art.
The battle you've been waiting for. And those are the actual covers. They already have the dressing on it with the with the barcode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it shared the covers. We haven't gotten the internal art at all, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
And this is character designs and preview art. Head of mascot related crimes. Gloomy orange Goliath Gog. Okay. Here's some internal pages. This is issue 7.
They got backgrounds.
Howard the Duck.
Oh, I'm like, where are you getting that from? Okay, I see him. So it's like the mascots from serials living in modern day, by the looks.
Yeah, that's the appearance. I think so.
Crimes going against them. Special division.
Mascot for Mallard Insurance. Page 3. Here's where the furry comes in.
Looks like it's a half page though, because it is a breakdown of all the
Right, yeah.
characters, which is kind of weird to me.
And here's a variant cover.
That almost reminds me of those, like the Highlights books for children. Are you familiar with Highlights, the magazine? It almost reminds me like there should be a key somewhere of all the things that you need to find in this picture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, please
Uh-huh.
find a fork, or please
Yep.
find a...
Yep.
and circle it. This print reminds me of that.
Find the purple donut. Yeah. I guess it's cereal.
Yeah. All right. So Mo points out, I want a behind-the-scenes comic about making of this series. This book saved our marriage, but that furry cover almost tore it apart. Fast Mess says, Shipswell is the name of the guy who handles the postage. Oh, okay. Nicholas Gear points out that Keith has a channel called Indie Relay. I did not know that. I wonder if he, do you know if he streams a lot there, Nicholas? I just got it. I was just running a little late there, Mo. At least I'm assuming that's the joke you're referring to. You can tell who never went to the dentist as a kid if you don't know who, or don't know of Highlights. That's an interesting cover.
Issue 8 variant cover. Ryan Santos. That is neat looking. I like that. Issue
Putting
9.
a lot of emphasis on looking at what the covers look like. How many pages did it show us of the issue number 7? Just like 2 or 3?
3, yeah.
Okay.
And the third page was a half page because it was bringing in the breakdown of the mascots.
All right.
Sneak peeks. Put a leash on crime.
All right. So only 2.5 pages for issue number 7, but it's not going in deeper with the other ones?
Unless, I don't know. Let's see. Not really.
All right. I suppose 2 pages is nice to see, but I personally would want to see a little bit more for internal pages.
Right.
I do like how they show their stretch goals or add-ons.
Yeah. And this one turns into a cereal box.
That's neat.
Here's the stretch goals. So you get...
That's 7,000. Everyone gets a Captain Honeyflakes branded pirate eye patch.
Yes. Temporary tattoo at 10,000. A magnet at 15.
Ooh,
And 24-page bonus character booklet filled with pinups and behind-the-scenes features at 20. There's the
there's a
eye
pile of
patch.
that. Yeah.
List of add-ons.
Oh, they're doing the Alterna listing. Alterna always does a bunch of add-ons, and you can buy them.
Oh yeah, all kinds.
Wow.
All kinds.
Prices are decent.
Yeah. All right. So, Breakfast Club member. So you get a lot for the 50. Let's see. Yeah. And you get the.
Those are mini prints of issues 1,
Yep.
2, and 3. So it
Yep.
looks like only the covers.
Yeah, that is what it looks like. And you get the button and the patch. And then 7, 8, and 9 is 15.
Okay.
And
What does actually click on, because it says it Europe ships to European Union, Australia, Canada, and the United States. So it doesn't go everywhere, but it covers the majority of the places that you'd want it to go.
right.
What is the shipping to international? Like if you say
Let's see.
United
You
Kingdom,
got $5 for U.S. United Kingdom is 25.
that's quite the jump. But I suppose that's what has to happen.
Right.
All right. Samo says they should make the eye patch an add-on because what if the book doesn't hit the stretch goals? Then you can't look cool with the eye patch.
Huh?
So I want to scroll back up on the campaign page itself, or down. Sorry, I didn't realize you already went back up. Towards the bottom, after all the covers.
Right
Where?
here.
Nope. Keep going. There's still more covers coming.
Oh, okay. The variants. Okay.
Yeah, after the variants. Right here. All right, scroll up just a little bit. So the perk sneak peeks. I like how this is set up. This is different. I haven't seen this before, but it reminds me, if you scroll down, it reminds me of something that you would see in a kids magazine or something that you would see on a, cereal box. Like the setup is really
Mm-hmm.
fun and like user friendly in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just different, but it's kind of like the way it's streamlined. It looks like an ad that you would see in like a
Yeah.
kid's comic. So I do like how that's done. And this is an all ages book to my understanding. Shadow points out that 25 international isn't bad. And then Proby points out that $20 shipping for the catch-up tier to Canada. So that was the one that was originally $40, and then if you're paying an extra 20 for Canada, which I guess 20 for Canada isn't that bad either, right? Because 25 tends to be the norm. At least I think that's what the norm tends to be. All right, so then you go on to a shirt.
Let's see what it. So it's 25 to the United Kingdom. Oh, no shipping to Australia. Oh, there it is. 25 to Australia.
I think that tends
Yeah,
to be
it's
the
20
standard
for
part.
Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. Shadow points out that it is all 9 books, so you're getting your money's worth for the most
Yeah,
part.
you are.
It's not like you're ordering one book and paying $25. You're getting 9 books, and actually
Right.
it's more because I think you get the 9 issues and then you get the 100-page giant issue. Sketch card commission for $25.
Mm-hmm. Some sketch cards.
Which is limited. He's only doing 25 of them.
Yep,
Or she.
25
I
only.
don't know if it'd be Keith or Amy. I know Amy does the sketch cards too.
It's either or.
Oh,
Sketch card by either Keith or Amy.
wonder if you get to pick which one, who you would like to have it done by.
It does not specify. It just says you'll get one, so it may be random.
Oh, that's true. Or when you get into get this perk or something, but that's okay. We don't need to delve that deep.
And you got the T-shirt. Sketch
Sketch.
cover commission 75. There's only 25 of those. Custom sketch cover by either. Yeah. The whole breakfast. So everything they got to offer here. Yeah.
For $100, that's not bad.
I hope you get all the issues. You get the variant. Well, you get the mini issues of 1, 2, and 3. And then you get the variant covers plus the regular issues.
Oh, but it's only the print, so yeah, you don't get the previous issues. Just the
Right. Yeah.
copies of
It's
the
only
cover.
the 1, 2, and 3 of the 6x9 mini prints. But you get the T-shirt, you get the bumper sticker, you get the button, and the cereal box.
All right. Although it is nice to see like the all inclusive for $100, because I'm kind of used to seeing like the subscription or add-on tiers for 200. So when I see
Mm-hmm.
it for 100, I'm like, oh, let me look a little deeper as to what I get. Do you take a girl? Oh, you can get drawn into the mascots.
There you go.
Oh, you can become a furry.
his dream of all dreams.
Yeah. Mrs. Good Stuff has a question here that I'm not sure I'm following. So does that cover add on too, or do they bump the shipping cost with those? So are you saying like if you get the
If you get the add-ons, does it bump up the shipping cost?
I would think at some point it would, but I'm wondering if they would, standard, hey, I'm adding this on, add another $5. I'm adding 2 things on, add another $5 for each of them. I wonder how they do that.
And Mo says, if Ante doesn't fund, good stuff can take comfort in being drawn into the mighty mascots.
Yep. Shadow points out that he's got a bunch of sketch cards from both Amy and Keith, and he prefers Amy's. I like Amy's better. So Improbi said, like buying from Australia campaigns. It's the only time you get a slight discount from the exchange rate. The very first campaign that we discussed today is an Australian campaign, which is Do You See What I See? There were
Yes.
some mixed reviews on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right.
Anything else that we missed or gonna look at? Want to
Any
look at?
last any last words?
Afterwards.
Well, this one is not funded yet. You got 27 days if you want to fund it. It's
It is.
55%.
Yeah.
There's a 5,000 flexible goal.
This did launch just Thursday night, so we are on what, day 3? So it's not
Yep.
doing bad.
No, not at all. Not at all. Jim was quite talkative today.
Jason has the last word.
That's good last words.
Boobs.
Yes, very nice. All right.
Let's see. I don't know that we did cover things. We had some people that are fans of Mighty
Mm-hmm.
Mascots. I have not read it. I do.
I have not either. Yeah.
I am familiar with Amy and Keith. They seem like a good couple.
Yeah, hearing throughout the chat, they're good people.
Yeah.
That's always makes you feel better when you're backing something that good people are behind.
And probably points out Mobix can be drawn in as a wisecracking toucan in the drawn in tier. So you're gonna make him a feathered friend? Yeah. And there was what was it? C something. I think there's already a Toucan Sam style character. A C pack, C rat. I don't quite get the C rat reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
All right, then I
Okay.
guess we're gonna end it here today. We're at 4:15. We went for about an hour and a half, not an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. We covered 3 campaigns. Um, thank you all for joining us. Hope you guys saw something that you might have
Yes.
liked, or at least you became more aware of what's out there and what's going on. And you won't be watching another stream and be like, I've never heard of this book before. You could be like, oh yeah, I saw that, just haven't seen it enough or something. And
Oh,
Biggs points out, hail the Pat, hail the channel, good show. Oh, this is the one I wanted to click on. Oh, keep moving. C-rat equals C-ration? Maybe.
hmm. Could be.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.
I think I'm missing next Sunday for the show. I don't think we'll be having it. Um, so we'll see you in like 2 weeks. And thank you, Good Stuff, for joining. Actually, before we go, Good Stuff, why don't you basically say a little bit more about yourself, which we probably could have done in the beginning. But
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, I'm Good Stuff Confiscator. I have a channel. We go live sometimes, sometimes not. The missus, she has a show with Amanda B, Fine Feline, and Lola Meats on Friday nights, where this past Friday I became the new Sausage King. So
congrats on that.
all hail
He's
me.
you could tell he's excited about that one.
And
Tell
I'm
everybody he runs into.
currently working on the video. I think I'm just about done with the video for my next Sausage Fest entry. So be on the lookout for that. And if you didn't know, we started a new channel, which is going to be all the food stuff, and it's called I'd Eat That. And that's where all of my food videos will now be. So if anybody is interested, then yeah, please go there and check that out.
I know I can when you and Mrs. get together with the comedy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like when you do that. It's a nice
Yeah.
mix of comedy things. So
Yeah.
I am a fan. Now also, let's see. Before we Mrs. Good Stuff has a thing, and actually, yeah, I don't know. Do you have that handy, Good Stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So Mrs. Good Stuff made Jim and I a chaotic grace trailer, which she played the other night on Uncorked. So if you have it, feel free to share it. We'll play it.
One second.
No problem. Also, Jason Unhinged says that he wants to come on the day after they launch Frog G. We launch on a Saturday, so he'd like to do a Sunday show with you guys.
Yeah, get a hold of me. We can definitely check into that for
September
sure.
17th. And
Yes.
Improbi is hailing the Sausage King.
All hail the
And we'll go
sausage.
out on the trailer, so.
There it is. Whenever you're
All
ready.
right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks, guys. Later.
See ya.